Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to grow peppers in any types of containers you can find. So here I have a boba container. This is for boba tea, and I have been growing this plant in here, and it is now producing lots of nice pods, and you can actually get you know uh, real size, the actual size pods from just plant this small. Look at this thing, guys. That's awesome. Look at this. So this is a really small plant. It is not very tall. It's probably wider than this tall. And I have been growing it in this small container with a feeding tube right here, and everything here is enclosed. There's nothing escaping. That way, if you grow this inside or in your grow tent and stuff like that, it's nice and clean. So today I'm gonna show you a different way to grow peppers. And I got this container here. This is from my baby. They love jelly, and if you buy jelly in these Asian grocery stores, and they have this really cool container to store the jelly. So today we are going to grow a pepper plant in here, and I will see how well it works. I'm not going to drill any holes in here because I want to keep it nice and clean inside my grow tent, but I may drill like a little hole right here to feed water into there, and then the pepper plant's gonna go through here. And so we need to make this hole a little bit bigger. So use any utensil you have, make a circular hole right here, and then we'll fill this up with soil. You can start the seeds directly into here, or if you already have a plant, you can pull it out and put it into here. So that's what we're gonna do. So let me go ahead and try to cut a hole right here, and then we'll begin. Okay, so I have my little opening here, and all I did was I just used my tool, and I'll just cut around, and see there's a hole right there. And so now we are good to go. And then we're gonna have to drill a hole so that we can get the straw to go in. So I'll show you how to do that. Okay, so for feeding the water into the container, because it's going to be enclosed, I'm going to use a straw, and this is a straw that I saved from having bubble tea. And so we're going to drill a hole right at the star, and I'm using a hole saw or a drill bit right here, and then I'm going to drill gently. There you go. And you want it to be big enough, so it has to be a little bit bigger. So that's basically how you do it. So just drill into there and get the hole big enough. Okay, I have the hole drilled, and the straw goes all the way in there, like so. And that is how we are going to water our plant. Make sure you cut a little side like this, and also on the inside as well, so that way the water can go in easily. Don't just leave it straight on the inside. It's better to cut it to the side like this so that you can water better. Okay, so now we are going to fill our container up with soil, and then we're gonna put our plant inside. And so let me show you how to do that. Okay, for potting mix, this is a good one here. These are by Pro Mix. And if you're going to do this inside, this is a good type of soil to use, because I've had really good experience with that, and there's no fungus gnats usually in here, and so that's good to use. And so you can use whatever type of soil you like, anything soft that can retain moisture, but also you don't want things that can hold water too long. But also, because there's no holes right here, you sort of like have to measure and kind of have a feel of how much water to give the plant. And so a clear container is actually not bad, because you can actually see how much water you give the plant. So let's go ahead and add the soil. So you want to add it all the way to the top. And having a straw in there would be good later, because once the roots begin to grow, it'll expand, and it's going to push the soil really tightly in here, and so having a feeding tube is always a good idea. Okay, so now that we filled the container, we have to add some more because we need to put this thing on top, and so we're gonna add it through the top to fill the whole entire area. Okay, so once we filled the soil all the way to the top, we're going to weigh it down a little bit by giving it a little bit of water. See, so when you put water into it, the soil kind of compact a little bit, and so that's what we need. Just add a little bit of water. Okay, and so now we can add our plant into here, and then we're all set. So let's go ahead and get the plant and start it to. Okay, so once you compress the soil a little bit. Okay, so once you compress the soil a little bit, we can add our plant, or if you want to start from seed, you can just drop a seed in there, and then cover this up with a little clear plastic bag, and then the seed will sprout. But because we're gonna start with a young plant, we're just gonna transplant the plant into here. So here I have some plant that I started already, so we're gonna dig it out and then we're gonna put it in there. Okay, so we'll pick a nice plant, just dig this one up. Make sure you get all of the roots and everything, that way the plant will recover nicely. Look at that. So this is a good one here. Okay, so now we'll try to use a stick, a chopstick, or whatever you have, chopstick, and just kind of like dig a circular hole in there, and then we're going to fit the root in here. Okay, so you want the plant to be exposed at the top, so we'll just add some soil. Like that. And then you can use the stick to try to center it. Okay, and then add a little more soil so it can fill up the area. And that's it. And then now you can add some more water. And there you have it. That is how we are going to start this plant. And as long as you keep the area around here moistened up, the plant will grow really well. And then eventually you can water more so that it can go down to here. So you don't want too much water that the plant is just, you know, soaking wet under its feet all the time. So just, that's the most important thing. You don't want wet feet all the time because there's nowhere for water to escape. So it's better to just keep the top level here a little bit moistened, and then the bottom here can be slightly dry. You can tell by, you know, when it's too wet, the area becomes darkened up, and so that's how you can tell. And also the weight of the container is also a good indicator. Okay, so I'm gonna put this inside my grow tent, but you can put this anywhere. You can put it outside, you can put it under any grow light you have, and it should grow well. Right now, because we just transplanted the plant, you don't have to feed it yet, but after 2 weeks you can start to give it some feeding. So we'll be back soon. Okay, this is a 3 weeks update. My plant in this container is looking great and growing pretty well, and because the weather is very nice and warm now, and so I left this container outside permanently. So it's gonna start growing much more now that it's already established and the roots are starting to move down further into the container, and eventually it'll reach the bottom. But yeah, the plant is doing great after 3 weeks. So we will come back, and I will show you what they look like in the future once there's more progress. And for the time being, I still water from the top. Based on the weight of the container, this does not need any water for a while. So you know, don't overwater. Make sure you have enough water so that it can keep the plant going, but you don't want too much water that the plant is just drowning in it. And remember, I did not drill any holes down here, and so there's nowhere for the water to escape. And so if you do have holes, which is a good thing, because then excess water can get out, but because in Texas the summer can be very, very crazy. I kind of like it this way, where I don't have any holes. That way water can stay here for a while, and then it can just evaporate up and the plant can use it. Okay, so we'll be back soon. Okay, welcome back. We are now on week number 5, and the plant is growing really, really well, and it started to flower. Look at that. So yeah, so this plant's been out here. It get rained on and everything, and then pretty much just grow on its own. I water very little because the container is enclosed, so no water escaped. And so with the rain and with me watering just a few times, that's basically all it needed. So this can be done inside, can be done outside. If you have grow lights and stuff like that, it'll be a perfect project for growing indoors, and it'll be a lot of fun, and the container looks pretty cool too. Okay, welcome back. We are now on week number 7, and today we are going to wrap up this video. The plant is doing amazing. Look at the flowers, and a few are starting to open, so we should get peppers very soon. And every single branch, you see these nodes right here, there are peppers there, there's some right here. Yeah, the flowers are forming, and so in a few more weeks I should get a ton of peppers all over the place. But that is it, guys. It is a very fun thing to do. Find some unique looking container, put your pepper in there and grow them. It's so easy, so much fun. You can do it with your kids, do a challenge with them, and see who can grow a better looking plant. But overall, it's just so much fun. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.